All right, in your table of contents of your journal, I want you to add today's date. What is today's date? It's the 8th. So I want you to add today's date. And I want you to add 1-2, dividing whole numbers. And everybody should be on page 6. All right, our indicator for today is that you can fluently divide. What does fluently mean? What does it mean, Allie? That means you can do it like this, okay? That means fluently means you can easily do it, all right? So our indicator says that you can fluently divide multi-digit whole numbers using a standard algorithmic approach. What are multi-digit whole numbers? What does multi-digit mean? Like 12. Has more than one number. Whole numbers. That means we're not doing what? Are we doing decimals here? No. Are we doing fractions here? No. It is just whole numbers, okay? But this is the indicator that we're working on today. So, on page 6, at the very top of page 6, in this white space up here, you see this big, thick white space up here at the top? All right, this is where I want you to write your focus statement. Who knows what a focus statement is? Okay, a focus statement is what we're going to focus on today. It is an I can statement, all right? So, I'm going to read it to you. I can divide multi-digit numbers using long division. So, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to say this statement and know that you can do it, okay? So, in this white space right up here at the top, I want you to write that statement because that's the whole focus of this lesson. That you can divide multi-digit whole numbers using long division. Dividing is the opposite of what? Multiplying. So we are taking a big number and making it what? Small. Okay? We're taking a number and we're making it smaller. So, why is it important for us to learn to divide? Anybody in here want to be a member of a band one day? Eli wants to be a member of a band. You've got to be able to divide your music up to learn your music, okay? John plays the violin. Do you think that he looks at a piece of music and starts playing the entire piece all at one time? No. Do you think he divides it up into sections and learns each section? Yes. Then he puts it together, okay? So that's one way that we divide things, okay? Have you ever been given a job that seems too big? Your mama says, clean the house today. Clean the house. Is that a big job?
No.
Yeah, that's kind of a big job. Do you need to break it down into different pieces? Yes. Like, clean up all the toys up off the floor, or whatever trash or food or whatever you've gotten all over the floor. Vacuum the floor. Sweep the floor. Mop the floor. Wash the clothes. Fold the clothes. Clean the bathroom. You need to break it down into smaller pieces, okay? So, that's why it's important that we learn to divide, okay? All right. Our important vocabulary words today: quotient, dividend, and divisor. Those are the three things that we're going to talk about today, okay? Good morning. Thank you. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, if you were not here, you could do this at home without having this piece of paper, all right? But we are going to use this piece of paper. Don't do anything yet till I tell you what to do. All right, look in your drawers, in your caddy on your table, and in the number 2 caddy should be a pair of scissors. I want you to get that pair of scissors out of the number 2 box in your caddy, okay? All right, the very first thing that I want you to do, you see this paper that I put on your table? I want you to cut this out along the outside edge and stop, okay? Do that now. I'm going to model it for you. Just along the outside edge. All right, when you're done cutting, hold it up so I can see it. All right, now, you may have had a teacher before that talked about folding papers, hamburger and hot dog. How many people have ever had teachers talk about that? Hamburger means you fold it what? Short to short, this way, right? Hot dog means you fold it the skinny way, like this, right? Well, what we're going to do first is we're going to fold this hamburger, okay? So skinny edge to skinny edge, okay? I want you to watch me. That means I want everybody looking at me right now, okay? Your fold should be on that black line right there, okay? And all I want you to do is fold it down. I want you to do that now. Should look about like this. Right now, I got these crazy letters over here to the side, okay? I like to come up with funky ways to help us remember things, all right? Dividing has a lot of steps, okay? So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up with a saying to help us remember the order of these letters, okay? So, I'm going to say it, then you're going to say it with me, then you're going to say it after me, okay? So, does McDonald's serve burgers raw? Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. Does McDonald's serve burgers raw? All right, I want you to say it with me, okay? Does McDonald's serve burgers raw? I know y'all can talk louder than that, okay? Try it again. Does McDonald's serve burgers raw? Do they serve burgers raw? I hope not to. So, what I want you to do is I want you to take your paper. It looks like this, okay? You folded it, so you only see this part right here. And I want you to write on it and put on here at the top of each letter, okay? Does McDonald's serve burgers raw? All right, I want you to do that on your paper. Alright.
She said,
Alright.
she's on the phone now, so she said, just don't worry about that message. Her brain's on it, but she don't know. She said that was him, that she knew that he had she didn't want to do good or anything, John, but she said, she said, I promise you, she said, Jennifer, but I can't believe it. Don't worry about that.
That's fine. Thank you. All right, ready? Who's still writing? Okay. The reason these words are important is because it tells us the steps, okay? Tells us the steps for dividing. And I put my poster over here so it can help you, okay? We divide, figure out how many groups, okay? Then we're going to multiply, subtract, bring down any numbers, and we either repeat or we have a remainder. I want you to write that at the bottom of each big letter. Alright, we're gonna go step by step, okay? We're gonna do each one of these steps, okay? So the first thing that I want you to do while we're going through the steps, I want you to get your scissors back in your hand, alright? I want you to open this paper back up like this, okay? Please watch me, because if you don't watch me, you're gonna cut through your whole paper, okay? I want you to take your scissors, and you see this black line right here? I want you to cut that black line, but stop at the fold, okay? Don't cut all the way through, you're gonna cut your paper. And you won't have a flap, you'll have a strip, okay? So just cut that first line to the fold, okay? I want you to do that now. All of them. Okay. I want you to open that top flap, okay? All I want you to do. We are going to use this same example all the way down, okay? So, on the inside of your flap, I want you to write 92 divided by 4, okay? 92 divided by 4. So the very first thing we have to ask ourselves is, how many groups of 4 are there in 9? How many groups of 4 are there in 9? Who can tell me how many groups of 4 are there in 9? How many, Caden? 2. I can make 2 groups of 4. So I'm going to put my 2 on top of the 9, okay? I want you to do that, just like I've done it up here. All right, ready? Eli, are you ready? Okay. What's up, ma'am? What? You know that's what it is. Alright, the next thing that I want you to do, I want you to take your scissors and I want you to cut between the M and the S, that line right there. All the way to the fold. Don't go past the fold, okay? So you have a second flap. Ma'am. I know. It's okay. So, what does the M stand for? What do we say the M stands for? Multiply. What am I going to multiply? I've got my 2 here. What am I going to multiply?
2 times 4 because you need a bigger number.
I've got to multiply 2 times 4. So, 2 times 4 is what?
60.
No, 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay? So I put my 8 underneath the 9. I want you to put that on the bottom and then on the flap. You don't want to keep looking up at the board. You can look at it on your iPad. What's my next step? Who knows what I do next? I subtract. What am I going to subtract? I've got to take away 8 from 9, okay? So if you have not already, I want you to cut between the S and the B, all right? So you have a third flap. And we are going to subtract. And Caden says that I'm going to subtract 9 minus 8. What is 9 minus 8? Oh Lord, 9 minus 8 is what? 1. So I'm going to write a 1 right there. Okay?
We have to wait till November. It's just gonna suck.
Alright, what am I going to do next?
Subtract.
Alright, I've already subtracted.
You need to find number.
What does the B stand for? Bring down. What am I going to bring down?
2.
The 2. Bring down the next number. Alright, now what do I do? I brought it down. Now what's the last step? Can I stop? Nope. So what do I have to do? I've got to repeat it all. And what am I going to repeat it all with? I've got to look and see how many groups of 4 are in what? 12. Okay? So how many groups of 4 are there in 12? 3. So 3 times 4 is what? 12. So am I finished? Yes. Now I'm finished. All right, now, your whole entire foldable is finished, okay? What I want you to do with your foldable, and this is a little tricky, I need you to make sure that the flaps are open, okay? And you are going to tape it on page 6. Do not tape the flaps down. If you tape the flaps down, can you open them? No. So you need to tape it. You need 3 pieces of tape for this one. Top, side, bottom, okay? Top, side, bottom. And I want you to tape it down on page 6. Bless you. Alright, do you remember last week when I told you that we would use the left side to do what? What do we use the left side of our journal for? To write some things down, to do some what?
Practice.
Examples, okay? On the left side is where we're going to do some examples. All right, I'm gonna give you a minute to finish. Right now, I want you to turn to slide 18. Everybody should be on slide 18. That's gonna be our first example that we're gonna do on the left, okay? Now, this is not written in the house form. How many people know what the house form is? Or the box? Can we do our division like this? No. We're going to read this out loud. 1,643 divided by 5. I want you to read it with me. 1,643 divided by 5. Okay? So, if I draw my box, what's going to go inside my box? 1,643. What's going to go on the outside of my box? 5. So what's my first step? Divide. How many groups of 5 are there in 1? None. So what do I need to put above the 1? A 0. If you don't do that, y'all, you're going to lose that place. You're going to make a mistake. Okay? Go ahead and do this. So I need to go to the next number. How many groups of 5 are there in 16? 3. So I need to multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. Now what do I do? I subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, so I don't need to put anything there. What do I need to do next? Bring down. Am I finished? Nope, so I got to go back. How many groups of 5 are in 14? 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 4 minus 0 is, what do I do now? Bring down my 3. Am I finished? So how many groups of 5 are in 43? 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Am I finished? Do I have another number to bring down? No. So I have a remainder. So I have 328 with a remainder of 3. Okay? That was easy on that one. I made your divisor a 1-digit number. That made it easy, right? What happens when I make that divisor a 2-digit number? Caleb just went. He don't want to do that. Who wants to do that? Gunner's brave. He's my only one. All right. The next one we're going to do. I've got 578 divided by 34. Okay? What's going to go inside my box? What's going to go outside my box? 34. I want you to work on this one, see what you get. will 34 go into 5? How many times will 34 go into 5? 0. How many times will 34 go into 57? 1. 1 times 34 is 'How many times will 34 go into 238? Gunner says 7. We're going to trust Gunner, okay? We'll see if he's right. 7 times 4 is 28. Write down my 8, carry my 2. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 2 is 23. So do we have a remainder this time? Nope, we do not. Okay. All right, we're going to practice some on Apex. We're also going to practice some with some problems that I put online, just like I did the estimation problems. Okay. So what I want you to do first is I want you to take out your technology paper